Look, after this video, you might think I'm crazy, but these are the actual tips that I used myself to prepare for my K-pop audition, and most especially for live singing. It's really gonna help, although it might sound a little bit crazy at first, but I think these are the applicable tips that we all need if we're preparing for an audition. Hi, my name's Irene. I create videos on K-pop auditions and post them every single week on Sunday, so join me if you are interested in learning more about how to improve your audition. Okay, so let's just begin straight away with how to practice your live singing. So I have two options for you. The first one being if you have access to a treadmill, and then the second one being if you do not have access to a treadmill. So you might have guessed the first one. It's to go on a treadmill, set it for 30 minutes, and just jog. You don't even have to run, and just sing. But let's say there's a lot of people running at your gym, you don't want to disturb them and just be, you know, kind of like I'm just kidding. Let's say there's a lot of people. Then in that case, just hum it out, but really the most effective way is to literally sing while jogging. So if you would not like to do that, I would recommend that you go at a time where there's not a lot of people. That's typically opening, you know, like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Or just like a really weird time in the afternoon where not a lot of people go. I find that to be about 1 p.m. where my gym is. It depends on your gym, of course. What did I do it last time? Next option for you guys who do not have access to treadmills, that is to literally go for a run. Again, at an obscure hour, maybe somewhere where there's not a lot of people but still a lot of cars, I would say. Just don't go running in the forest because that can be quite dangerous. I'm not recommending something that you might, you know, get lost in and then you have to, okay, whatever. So just go in the fields, in wherever, and just sing while jogging. I literally did this while I was practicing for my audition back in summer. I was singing Beyonce's Halo, running my heart out, and doing that at the same time really challenges you. This was in the afternoon, but there weren't a lot of people where I was walking. It was more like a car area, you could say, but there was still like a place where I could run, so it wasn't dangerous at all. I put my AirPods in and then sang, and also took them out and sang. Kind of alternated that so I didn't get bored, and also it was better for me to like learn lyrics that way, I find, because if you have your music on all the time, it's going to be challenging for you to recognize whether you have the lyrics down or you don't. So alternate that. If you already have the lyrics down, then I would just say mainly focus on just running and listening to your voice and listening to what sounds best. Now, why do you need this practice? Why do you need to jog while singing? It sounds a little bit absurd and overdoing it, especially if you're not going to dance while singing in an audition setting. Before I shared that, I realized that my necklace was inside my shirt this entire time. You know what? Let me give you guys a closer look. So as per usual, I got these from Ana Luisa. You guys know I adore their brand and have been wearing their stuff for quite some time now. I think almost 3 years maybe. These two are one of my favorites, along with the silver heart one that I always wear. You know, I'm gonna lose this. It's not even giving anything. Anyway, that and these two are definitely my favorite pieces when it's just like a simple casual outfit that doesn't need a lot of extravagant pieces. That's kind of what I love about them. They're minimalistic, but at the same time very elegant and adds something to an outfit. I also got 4 new pieces to gift because Christmas is coming soon and I wanted to gift these to my friends and also my family, so let me show you what they look like. The first one is literally what I'm wearing now. It is so pretty, and if someone is more of a gold jewelry wearer, I think this is perfect. I decided to give this to one of my friends because she loves gold jewelry, so I think it would look really great on her. The next two are actually bracelets. I thought these would be so cute to give my sister because she loves jewelry, or sorry, she loves bracelets, I mean jewelry too, and one of them is matching with mine, so I thought that would be really cute if we twinned. Last one is this one that I've actually never ever tried on before. It's like quite a thick flower, I would say. It's also gold, and I might try this on. I don't know, maybe I'll gift it to one of my friends. We'll see how that goes. But like I said, I've been wearing their jewelry for a very long time now, and that also means that I have a lot of old stuff from them, and they all last really long. I can like still wear them to this day. I'm pretty sure I got one of the pieces that I always wear on a daily basis maybe 3 years ago exactly, and it's still perfect. It's not rusting, it's not a weird color. If you're having trouble thinking of what to get for your friends and family this, you know, holiday season, I think it would be great to consider Ana Luisa because I think their jewelry pieces are perfect and they have a lot of variety as well. So I'll be linking them down below. You can also individually check out what I'm wearing, so go check that as well. Alright, back to it. What was I saying? Oh yes, why you need to practice your live singing in this manner for an audition that you'll just have to sing in. Well, let me just say, if you've never experienced an audition, you'll just never understand that feeling where your heart beats really fast and your voice starts to crack and you just get really breathy all of a sudden because you're getting nervous, and that is so normal. Even after 10 auditions for me, I still get really nervous, and I feel like the best way to combat that is to practice as if you're nervous all the time. And the best way to really showcase that is when you are tired and when you've been on a run for a long time. That really has the same feeling, the same effect on your voice as when you are really nervous. So even if you seem like a crazy person and might get stares from time to time, I truly think this is the best way to practice your live singing. If you're still in the stages of learning your lyrics, I think this is amazing because it really forces you to think on top of your head rather than looking at your phone every time. So do not look at your phone while you're running. I mean, that can be dangerous, but also it's going to help you actually learn the lyrics and make you think of it at the top of your head. It might seem a little bit odd. I mean, all of this is odd if I'm being honest. It might seem odd if you're adding body movements while you're running, like being like that while you're running. It might seem weird, but I think it helps you make your actual performance look a lot more natural when it comes to body movements because you've practiced this so many times and you know just what seems right for that section of the song, for example. Just really get comfortable with certain hand movements while you're singing because that way when you incorporate it later to your performance, it looks like it's supposed to be there rather than, was that the right decision for that part of the song? And the most important part of this is to really monitor your pitch. Your pitch gets really shaky and often a little bit flat or sharp when you are doing body movements while singing, and also when you get nervous. So the most important thing of this exercise is to really focus on your pitch and make sure that you're always on key and you're not going a little bit flat in some parts of the song. I think that is the best way to combat it, and also record yourself while you're doing it so you can't possibly run for all 30 minutes of this exercise. I personally can't do that. I have to take at least 2 breaks in the middle. So when you're taking those breaks, listen to what you recorded and then just see if there are anything off pitch, and also if there are some lyrics that you got wrong or some parts that just sound quite unstable in general, and then just go ahead and take those parts and practice them in chunks. I think that's super effective and there's no other way to practice it other than this. Another thing that's really difficult to do when you're singing and dancing at the same time is actually 2 things: your range and also practicing your dynamics. Now for dynamics, it's really hard to execute a softer sound, a softer tone that is, when you are running and you're out of breath. It's going to sound quite shaky and you're going to want to belt it. It's just kind of the way it is. And then also belting is going to be difficult because you might not have that power in you while you are running and out of breath. So mixing those two and incorporating to certain sections of the song is super important, and you'll want to actually practice that because in your actual live singing, dynamics is a very important part that the judges are looking for so that they understand that you know your vocal techniques very well and know your strengths. Now what was the other thing? Yes, vocal range. Vocal range, so important. Actually, a lot of people think it'll be harder to produce higher notes when you're, dancing and running at the same time. Not dancing or running and singing at the same time, but it's actually lower notes that cause you more trouble. If you actually see any K-pop idol encore stages, you'll notice that a lot of them struggle to actually produce the lower notes, and that's just the way it is. If you are running out of breath, it's harder to actually reach those lower notes, and this might be different for men, so just watch out, I guess. Just practice and see what are your weaknesses, and then target those and practice it, of course. Lastly, I'm going to finish with a very important note. Actually, 2 very important notes. So first one is to actually warm up before you go ahead with these exercises. They shouldn't count in your 30 minutes, but it should still be a very crucial part of your performance, your practicing. I've asked a lot of my audition course members if they warm up before they sing or not, and a lot of them have expressed that they have not been doing that, and I really encourage, not even encourage, I beg you to do this. Beg you, because it is so important before you sing. Otherwise, you're actually ruining your vocal cords, and that cannot be good. So please warm up before you do it. If you don't know how, get some inspiration from some YouTube videos. If you just search a vocal warm-up exercises, find a length that you prefer, which is probably like 7 to 10 minutes, and then go ahead with that and then continue with your practicing with whatever your agenda carries. And the very last note, it sounds a little bit obvious. I mean, warming up is also quite obvious, but I guess not, is also staying hydrated. Whenever you're running, always carry water with you. I think that is the most important step in recharging your vocal cords to ensure that you're always keeping them healthy. And that is all for this video. I hope it helped you or encouraged you, motivated you, whatever that may be. I'll see you guys next week, and thanks so much for watching.